It's the reason you're lifted by a solid finish. Woo! And why it hurts so bad when you finish back in the pack. Each tournament is important.
Come on.
But they're stepping stones to the final show.
Yeah, brother.
The one you work to qualify for all year long.
There's one. Yes, baby.
The season-ending championship for the Oh Boy Oberto Redfish Cup.
Prepare for the whack fest, hopefully.
Sweet. Yes, baby, yes. They're showing up.
There's one.
Oh, my God.
Ah, we got it. Oh, we got it. Hey, since we're here, grab yourself a plate. Might as well get a beverage as well. We are going to the Seafood Festival in Morehead City, North Carolina. The North Carolina Seafood Festival, a big event in these parts each and every fall. Lots of good eats as you would expect, but today we are going to be feasting on some serious saltwater fishing competition. 25 teams have performed well enough through the season on the Oh Boy Oberto Redfish Cup to qualify for the season-ending championship. Here's where we tee it up. Morehead City on what they call the Crystal Coast. And lest you think this is not redfish country, think about this. They caught the world record redfish here not too long ago, almost 95 pounds, right here in this area. Tommy Sanders, along with Mark Zona, always big doings when you're here, man.
Tommy, it is the end of the year already. I feel like I just started this rodeo.
It really just started, but we've got a huge wrap-up coming here. Think about it. Some team is going to get their name on the Redfish Cup. Some team is going to win Team of the Year. Some team is going to win Rookie of the Year, all wrapped up in one tournament. How sweet is that?
Well, you know what, and one sticks out right now, and that's the Team of the Year. You know, yeah, we got a huge championship going on. You know, and I thought coming from the bass fishing world that the Bassmaster Classic, man, that is what all the guys are after. It's not. It is winning Angler of the Year. In the Redfish Cup, same exact thing. These guys want to say, we were the most consistent team throughout an entire season, not just one event.
All right, and let's not short shirt the tournament either, because 75 grand to the winner, 25 grand for winning Team of the Year. It could be one team picking up 100
Wins
grand.
both.
Pretty good weekend's work for red fishing. Also, a short field, 25 teams. That's also nice for these guys.
It is. I mean, you know, you've got a great shot at winning some jack in this tournament. And I'm going to tell you something. This place is setting up a lot different from other venues we've been to. It's probably the fairest playing field we've ever seen in red fishing. Nobody has any prior knowledge of this body of water.
I know you did some extensive work on Morehead City and the environs here. I know it was tough work.
Seafood Fest.
We're going to hit on you all day for that good info. But right now, let's hit on our rules of the game. We've played by them all year long, and here they are. Two-man teams. That's how the teams are set up. They can fish anywhere you want within 8 hours. You can run as far as you like. You just got to get back by the weigh-in time. Your fish have to fall within a slot. In this case, North Carolina, 18 to 27 inches. Could be heartbreaking to have to throw one away, 27.5 inches, but it happens, and that's what we're going on today. Now, again, how sweet is it and how hard is it to win Team of the Year? Well, let's ask the first guys who ever did it, Greg and Brian Watts.
There's no pressure during the year like the pressure on this one event. I try not to think about it. It all stresses me out.
We always talk about Team of the Year, and that's the most prestigious title, period. That's being the best all year long.
We'd love to win the tournament, but we'd also, more than that, love to win Team of the Year. You come in here today, you got to be on the right fish.
Greg Johnson, John Oakes, what a fantastic season they've had. Greg and Brian Watts, they've been there before. These two teams leading the way. Team of the Year competition. This is the big battle we're looking forward to today.
It's changing day to day to day to day for Greg and I. And the weather's changed, it's 180 degrees, it's cold, it's cloudy, it's raining. A weather change like this plays with people more than it does fish. In the back of this little creek and it's flooded. Full moon, naturally it's tournament time. High water. So we're gonna come back in here and look at these fish tipping and tailing. If we can find the big ones back here, we're gonna be good. If I can get my partner to pull me up on them like he did yesterday, we can make the shot. I got one right up here. See him tipping right there? God, he's all over it. There's two of them.
Oh, he went right.
Now there's a second one right here somewhere. Oh God, did you hear that one over there? There you go. 4 3/4 pounds. We got fish pushing out there too. A little 3 pounder. That's just a start. Yeah, on the board, about 15 minutes into it. Not much, but it could get a lot worse.
Watts brothers first up on the board, so the team of Craig Johnson, John Oakes, going to be feeling the pressure now.
I didn't sleep one bit last night. I tossed and turned. I'm worrying if my fish are going to be there. Yesterday I wasn't stressed one bit. Now I'm trying to back it up and it's a little shaky.
Last night, neither one of us slept. That's the first time that's happened. I mean, we tried not to let this bother us all year, but after yesterday, now we're, realize we got a shot at the whole thing, and that's pretty exciting.
I noticed a lot of teams where both guys do the pre-fishing and both guys, are there the whole time. There's a few arguments saying, I think we need to go here. No, we need to go here. Now let's go to these fish. I do all the pre-fishing just about. You don't have any arguments of whose spot to go to. It keeps a lot of that out of the boat. No arguing. In the water, in the water. Not a huge one, but a good start. 6 pounds. Today was awesome. First time we've finished first place in any of the days. And, I mean, it felt good. I'd like to finish there on the third day.
I think we're going to need at least probably 13 plus, 13 and a half.
It's hard to get in this position, and it's tough being here. It's gut-wrenching, especially when you got a battle royal like the one we've got going on between Johnson and Oakes and the Watts brothers for Team of the Year. But it's all going to be settled on this second day of the season-ending championship. Who's going to get their line stretched? And who's just going to get it? Oh! When we return.
The Oh Boy Oberto Redfish Cup, presented by Frog Tongs, is powered by Oh Boy Oberto Beef Jerky. Taste what's real. It better be Oberto. And brought to you by Mercury Marine, #1 on the water. And by Triton Boats. We take America fishing.
The championship of the Oh Boy Oberto Redfish Cup season right here. Coastal Carolina at the North Carolina Seafood Festival in Morehead City. Saltwater fishing is what makes this all possible today. We have the highest level of competitive saltwater fishing for you today. 25 teams qualified for this season-ending event. They're qualifying, trying to run for the bragging rights, the $75,000 first prize, and this amazing Team of the Year race between this team, Johnson and Oakes, and the fabulous Watts brothers.
Since red fishing has started, the Watts, the best way to put it, they are Kevin Van Dam and Denny Brower teamed up together, okay? They're the best in the history of red fishing against this team right here, basically fishing together their first year ever.
And what a fantastic year. 3 top 10 finishes. That's amazing when you consider it's a 5-event regular season.
There he is. Good fish.
Like a twin to mine.
Is he smaller?
Oh yeah.
What was yours? Oh,
6
yeah,
pounds.
All right. I thought he was better than he was.
That's how it started yesterday. 5 pounds. That's good. Got 11 pounds in the boat. Not too bad. Good start. How my partner started out yesterday was quite slow.
Hey, wait a minute. I caught the first fish yesterday.
He was small.
That's all right. I caught first and I caught the biggest, okay?
Johnson and Oakes on them again this year. Over to the Watts brothers, this incredible team. You can't stop watching their chemistry. Sometimes it's amazing, sometimes it's a train wreck, but they are always on point, always trying to win.
Here's one, hold on. My God, was he out there tipping?
He don't even know we're here, so if you can make it, make it. Man, this is so intense. We got a nice fish out here. There's not many of them.
Here's one, hold on.
Let him eat it. He's trying to find it. Let him walk off with it if you can. There you go. There you go.
Damn, I'm little.
Ain't much to him, but just to keep. But who knows? I mean, we're catching a few fish. Maybe the big ones will push in here.
Team of the year is on the line. Too slow the fishing, too small the fish. The story for the Watts brothers so far. Now back to our leaders after day one. Craig Johnson, John Oakes, the team from Florida.
I don't get excited real easy, but you know, I don't want to get excited till I know for sure.
I've never seen John get excited. I'm looking forward to the day.
I don't know, I just don't want to show too many emotions before it's due. I hate getting all excited and then catching a fish.
Decent fish?
I don't know, probably bigger than yours. Oh man,
What do you weigh?
6 1/4.
Oh, you dog.
Got 12 1/4. Everybody said 10 pounds, so.
Somebody said that, but we ain't counting on it.
You know, can't trust everything people say.
Especially
But-
fishermen, they all lie.
The boys were, geez.
Did it almost get you?
No, it did get me.
Where?
Right in the top of the head. Come on, man.
Sorry, dude.
See, Tommy, that right there, that's what it takes to win Team of the Year. That's why I feel, in my heart of hearts, you and I have a shot at making it in this ballgame. And if you look at our friend right there, John Oakes, he looks just like Scott Farkas from The Christmas Story. He looks like he's gonna kill him.
Man.
Hey, man, you got me all excited.
Whew. Gonna make you sit in the back of the boat.
Okay, let's rewind that one more time, because you know what this is. Yeah, and just look at his facial expression right here. What you do, man?
May not feel that way, but things are looking good for Johnson and Oakes. Back over to their top competition for Team of the Year, the Watts brothers, who can't afford any horseplay. They have to start putting some weight in the boat.
Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. God, that's a...
I believe he did. I believe he did. You need the net?
Do I need a net? If I lose him, I'll need the damn net. If I don't lose him, I'm good. Ugh. The first one we caught this morning, was he this big? You know, I'm not so sure he's gonna upgrade us to what we really need. Get wet. Oh yeah, we gonna upgrade. Hey, I think we're pushing the better part of 8 pounds.
We were hoping if we can do 12 pounds, if we can do 12 and get back to where we were yesterday or a little above, we'll be all right.
We were out there, we saw what happened on day 2. It was not to be for the Watts brothers. They just had too big a hole to climb out of.
And what can you say about Johnson and Oakes right now? Their goal coming into the 2006 season was just not to make a fool of themselves against the big guys. Today, they took down the biggest guys in the field.
Team of the Year, Craig Johnson and John Oakes, and right now they've got to be the favorites as we go after that $75K first prize.
I mean, the monkey's off their back. Their Team of the Year, everything right now is gravy.
Johnson and Oakes, your oh boy Oberto, Redfish Cup Team of the Year.
I hope this weather holds out, because I'm going to tell you what, right now it's not looking very pretty, but I didn't work all year to get here and get hit by lightning, but it's looking good.
Well, when we come back, Championship Day, we'll get to know the 5 teams who have made it to this most important day of their Redfish Cup season. And once they get going, will anyone make it back? Things look nasty for the championship final, but with 75 grand on the table, we're not expecting anyone to back off. season-ending championship for the Oh Boy Oberto Redfish Cup here in Morehead City, North Carolina. The Day 2 weigh-in so very important for a lot of reasons. First up, it was crowning the 2006 Oh Boy Oberto Team of the Year. You have to salute Craig Johnson and John Oakes. They came out smoking with three top 10 finishes to start their season. Just kept it going here and wrapped it up on Day 2 of this tournament. They win the $25K, and now, importantly, they get the prestige of possibly winning $75,000 by winning the tournament. They're leading the way.
But there's a few teams behind them, and one team that has to be watched. The all-star team of Andrew Bostic and Mark Seppi, both from Florida. They've both been on the winner's stage, and they're on a giant school of redfish.
How about a little love for Brett Bettler and Nick Georgopoulos? This team from Florida came in here, had a super day number 2, and wrapped up the Rookie of the Year competition. Now they're going for the big prize.
I'll take that love, and I'll throw you some love back with some Ross Barkhurst and Lloyd Landry from Louisiana on another phenomenal school of redfish.
Sam Bertha, Gary McKenzie round out the top 5. Bertha, the pro angler, and Farmer from Florida, first year fishing with McKenzie. They started out with a top 10 at Clearwater and kept it going. So we're ready to go to start the most important day of the season. The weights are zeroed, 5 teams left in this thing, 75 grand on the table, and the weather looks like this.
And as always, on Day 3 of these tournaments, it almost seems like smashing nasty weather always sets in, and it gets to a point where you ask yourself, is this really worth it?
Man, I can't believe it. I hope this weather holds out, because I'm going to tell you what, right now, it's not looking very pretty.
No,
but
it is not.
I didn't work all year to get here and get hit by lightning, but it's looking good.
It's all chicken with the bill. That's chicken still. Lord, I'm not ready to go yet. I got $75,000 to win. Here she comes.
Let's start our day with 2 anglers who have the championship experience. They've been in this tournament before, Mark Seppi and Andrew Bostic, but even championship experience will not deflect lightning.
We thought this is what we were going to be fishing in the first and second day of the tournament.
Yeah.
But only more wind.
And these guys are on a giant school of redfish, but there's one key. That key being they're waiting for the tide to fall and filter the fish to them.
First 2 days we were in here, we caught 283 redfish. That's the most either one of us have ever caught in the tournament. This North Carolina fishery is unbelievable. First 3 hours when we got in the fish, both of us had a fish on non-stop every single cast for 3 hours.
Down.
Pop you down. Small fish.
The team of Bostic and Seppi on the board early in the day, but they were adamant on stage. They said, we are not on a decent school of fish, we are on a winning school of fish. But the biggest key, the tide has to drop. The tide has to bring the school to them.
Bostic and Seppi on the board, unofficially 2.5 pounds for that single redfish there. Again, we're looking for a limit of 2 redfish apiece. The biggest redfish you can get that's under 27 inches. Now let's go check in with our newly crowned Team of the Year, Craig Johnson and John Oakes. Craig Johnson, the businessman, one of the businesses he's in is boat building, and Oakes, the full-time guide from South Florida.
Ah, come on. Right to where I was. Right there.
Hey, this.
Take your time with him, Craig. 4 pounds. Good job. No chances. All right. Pressure's off. We got 2. They're not huge, but we got 2.
The pressure is off, and they've picked up where they have left off after winning Team of the Year. The team of Johnson and Oakes already with a limit.
Johnson and Oakes unofficially 7 pounds for those 2 fish. They'll be looking to upgrade as the day goes on. They're the only other team on the board, Andrew Bostic and Mark Seppi, with 1 small fish. So Johnson and Oakes just exactly where they want to be. When we come back, you never discount these guys. The guys from Bayou Country. Ross Barkhurst, Lloyd Landry. They know what it's like to contend for a championship. Can they get on the board? This is it, the big day, the championship day for the Oh Boy Oberto Redfish Cup. Who's going to get their name on the cup? Who's going to win the $75,000? Stay with us. The Oh Boy Oberto Redfish Cup, the most important day of the season for 2006, final day, championship day of the season-ending championship. We're in Morehead City, North Carolina for the North Carolina Seafood Festival. Big crowd here today. They'll be hanging around for the weigh-in because, as we say, there is a whole lot on the line out there. $75,000 to the team that wins this tournament overall. Our rules of the game, the same ones we've been playing by all year long. A two-man team who can fish for 8 hours. During those 8 hours, they can go and fish anywhere. A 2-fish limit, and those fish have to fall within a slot here in North Carolina between 18 and 27 inches. Again, $75,000 to the winners. Johnson and Oaks certainly in the catbird seat on this all-important final day. Other teams are running. Some teams are running looking for a place to hide. That might be Nick Georgopoulos and Brett Bedler, our rookies of the year, have found a spot.
Whew. That was a ride.
Yeah, now I'm like a prune.
A prune?
A prune. Now my face has been pelted, my eyeballs have been pelted, now my hands are like prunes. Let that braided line when I go to cast will peel the skin right off the end of my finger. Thank God for this bridge, huh? Dreamed all year to get to the championship. Didn't think the championship day was going to be like this, though.
We dreamed all year just to get to the rookie. Just to be the rookie of the year.
That's what they said coming into the event. Rookie of the year was their only focus. And these underdogs right here are in position to win the biggest title in red fishing.
They've got everything to gain. Let's go over to our Louisiana men, Ross Barkhurst and Lloyd Landry. Put in the hours this season, but the hours they put in getting ready for this championship have paid off.
On day one, we passed in here and we saw a boat catch a redfish. So we're gonna start here.
I'm on. Oh, baby.
Saucy, bon.
I promise I won't hurt you.
Oh, thank you, God.
Woo! Yeah, brother.
Where's he at, baby?
He's good.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah,
Man, wishful thinking. Our slot limit, 27 inches. They can't be above that. They're going to pinch that tail when they get back to the weigh-in.
You're right, Tommy. If it's over the slot, it gets thrown out at the weigh-in. But on the final day of the championship, you got to put it in the well, go for broke, try to win the whole thing.
All right, unofficially 6 pounds for that team. Over to Sam Bertha, Gary McKenzie. They may have been looking at him earlier in the week, but now they've had to change strategies on this final day.
This is the front we've been waiting on for 2 days. It's going to make it tough. You can't see them when the water's too high. They're still here, you just can't see them. And so now we're resorted to popping corks and blind casting, and that's how we've been getting our fish.
Yes, sometimes, just like every tournament, the most agile team, the one who can think on their feet, are the ones who prevail.
Conditions have definitely changed here. On days 1 and 2, the water these guys are fishing, it was about a foot deep, okay? But we've had a heavy northeast wind, pushed tons of water, and the water has rose about 4 feet. It really looks like a whole new fishing area, and what it's done more than anything, it's scattered the fish in all this grass. Now it's become hunting.
Sam Bertha, Gary McKenzie, now they're on the board unofficially, 3.5 pounds. Still in the lead, our team of the year, Johnson and Oaks. They started out this year in the lead, and it looks like they're going to wrap it up in the lead, or that's their plan anyway. Well, some of our teams are feeling the momentum surge. Our team that's in the lead, though, they've been feeling it all year long. Craig Johnson and John Oaks will keep the ball rolling. Our team in 5th place finally starts to heat up. Our rookies of the year, and the birds! Where the gulls are. Isn't that where you want to be fishing?
The Oh Boy Oberto Redfish Cup, presented by Frog Talks, is brought to you by Singular, now the new AT&T. And by the North Carolina Seafood Festival.
We're back in coastal North Carolina, where they celebrate the bounty of the sea here. The North Carolina Seafood Festival here in Morehead City. And meanwhile, we've got 5 teams left in this final round of competition. the series championship of the Oh Boy Oberto Redfish Cup. Biggest prize of the year, biggest day of the year for the winning team. $75K on the line, and the team has been doing so well all year long. Craig Johnson and John Oakes are teams with the lead right now. Right behind them, our team from Louisiana, Barkhurst and Landry, and three teams who really need to pick up the pace just a little bit. But Johnson and Oakes, they're the story so far.
And I want to talk about Johnson and Oakes. Look on the right, look Craig Johnson, and I want you to look at the striking resemblance between Craig Johnson and Snake Plissken.
Thought he was dead.
I ain't scared.
You ain't scared?
I've fished in a lot worse. At least it's calm. Bring him around this side if you can, Craig.
Got it.
Yeah.
A double. A double. That's what we like. Good job, buddy.
You're small, but...
Well, that one's going to upgrade that first one you caught.
5 1/4. This one gets to go back. Nice quick release. 5 1/2. Now I get to go swimming. He gets to go home too. 4 pounds.
Johnson Oakes, these guys look unstoppable. They keep knocking out fish after fish. Now, it's been that sort of week for Mark Seppi and Andrew Bostic. These guys found a spot earlier in the week that has been yielding huge numbers of redfish. They're waiting for things to get tweaked just right, though.
They're waiting for the fish to filter to them. They're setting in about an 8-foot hole surrounded by shallow water. When the tide drops, all the fish up on the flats feed right to this trench. So far today, that has not been the case.
And it's not that Mark Seppi and Andrew Bostic haven't been getting bit. I mean, they've been getting bit. Look at that. I mean, it's just not the right sort of species. Holy cow. Bird on.
Ah, the birds!
Shaking his head, that one. He's like, what in the world just happened there?
Disgusting. Ah, the birds! Disgusting.
Ah! Stay away from me! Get away from me!
Got him.
It's a good fish.
All right.
That's a good thing. It's starting to show up.
That's 2 in the box at least.
Prepare for the whack fest, hopefully.
Andrew Bostic, Mark Seppi, now with 2 fish in the boat. Still need to upgrade on weight, though. Over to our Rookies of the Year, crowned yesterday. Brett Bettler, Nick Georgopoulos in there dealing with all those underwater structures that come into play when you do the blind casting for redfish.
A lot of times it'll get hung on an oyster bar and you pop it out of the oyster bar and the thing will just shoot right up out of the bar and wow, they'll just pound it. Other times they'll just suck it in and just hold it. You'd think you'd had an oyster bar until your line starts going. Start feeling a throb at the end of that. Oyster bar turns right into a fish.
And you know, Tommy, we're going to get into this right now, this whole oyster bar deal, okay? What is he talking about? When these guys go back into these bays and these coves, it's basically just a mud bottom. And if you can find an oyster bar, the best way to describe it, it's like a stop sign for a redfish. There's bait there, there's structure there, and they'll come to these in schools, okay? If you're gonna dance with a scarecrow in redfish tournaments, you're gonna find oyster bars.
There we go.
God dang it.
That's it. We got the man in the copper suit come and join us finally. Feels like
Come on, baby.
Just don't let him come unbuttoned, man. Just now starting to get to where they might want to turn on. He'll keep.
Come on, baby. Come on, sweetheart.
Just take your time.
How do I look now?
You
just as ugly as he was a while ago. That fish is one of the prettiest things I've ever seen in the world,
Yeah,
though.
he is. Come on,
Not a bad
baby.
one.
Come on, sweetheart. Stay glued.
He should stay buttoned up. He looks like he's looked pretty good. Just easing this way.
It's time.
There's
Yes!
one.
Yes, baby. There's a slab.
Yeah. Look at that.
Yes.
I'll tell you what.
Yes.
I'm so excited about that fish right there. I'm so excited about that fish right there. I might mount that fish.
And then have him.
Then I might take him to the taxidermist.
Haha, hang on. Hey, Nick Georgopoulos, how about the butterfly panther hook set? You, my friend, Nick Georgopoulos, you are our Oh Boy Oberto hook set of the day.
Right there, baby. After that weather we've been through this and that boat ride,
I just about fell off the back of that dang deck.
all right, Nicky, let's just get back to it. Let's get back up there and get us another one.
How about it? Our rookie team of the year. What did you call that hook set?
Butterfly panther.
Nick Georgopoulos, Brett Bettler, 6 pounds now. They're back in this game in a big, big way. Craig Johnson and John Oakes with a big lead, 11 pounds, but not such a big lead. They really got 4 teams a fish away from catching them. But believe you me, we got a lot more fishing time left to go. Time to hook up with plenty of fish, maybe not necessarily enough time to land them, but we will see. And how about that rookie team of the year? Are they the ones who are going to make the big move when we come back? We're going to settle this thing when we return to the season championship of the Oh Boy Oberto Redfish Cup.
Woo! There we go.
The season-ending championship for the Oh Boy Oberto Redfish Cup. This is the final day, and we're getting into the final minutes of fishing to make it all the way to the final day of a season championship and to go a long time without a keeper. How bad does it feel and how good does it feel to finally get something going like this team right here? This good redfish is the slump buster for the team of Brett Bettler and Nick Georgopoulos. Take a look at our leaderboard right now. It's been all about Craig Johnson and John Oakes all day long. 11 pounds, they still lead this thing. But again, we got 4 teams well within striking distance of them right now. Out to our leaders, Craig Johnson and John Oakes. All they got to do is catch one more, catch a good one, make an upgrade, and they could perhaps put this thing away.
It's powerful now. It's nice when everything works out. Fish actually bite for you. It's nice. Come on, baby. Come over here. Yeah, one more. £6 pounds.
Good job, John.
Hey, we got just a little under 12 pounds, I think. If not right at 12. Feels good. I mean, a lot of pressure off.
Oh, come on. There wasn't no pressure today. You said you're fishing for fun.
I know, but there's always a little bit. Only
when there's $75,000 on the line.
That's right.
Team of the year, they've already put that away. Now it's all gravy. They're going for the 75 grand. How about that?
Well, but you better be careful with one team right now. It's our rookie of the year, Brett Bettler, Nick Georgopoulos. This team right here is one solid bite away from winning the entire season finale.
Get the net.
Oh, baby.
I don't know how good he is, bro, but it's a fish.
I don't care how good he is as long as he keeps.
What do we got, an oyster?
No, don't even tell me that.
It's not, man. He's going to be a good one. He just ain't figure. He's good enough. That tide's starting to move. We might get something happening here now, baby.
Please, 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 please.
Don't you worry, baby. Oh, look at it. He's not a bad fish either. There's the man in the copper suit. He's.
Come on,
get
baby.
ready.
Come
Get
on.
ready to turn him around. I'm gonna get his head up. I'm gonna bring him right to you.
And he's in. He's
Yeah,
in.
baby.
Yes.
That's it. We going back to the stand with
Look
some
at that,
meat
baby.
now.
Right there, kid.
Bam.
Yes. Yes.
Sweet fish. Sweet fish. And down right there.
Oh. Oh my God. Let me come here.
And the truth is, 26 on
Yes.
the line.
Yes.
About a 6.5 pound fish.
Yes. Yes. to me. Yeah, buddy. Woo! There we go. You got that, huh? Well, that changed your whole attitude or not? I mean, I'll tell you what. We sit out here and throwing it and throwing and throwing, 2 bites and 2 fish. We couldn't be happier right now. That's the way to do it, though. I'm ready to go back. My partner's about to throw up, though. You have to let him have a chance to chill out. 2 right hook sets, no mistakes. That's what it takes right there. No mistakes. No mistakes. Thank you, Lord. I asked for that one. You gave it to us. Woo! I'm excited. You know, you really won't see me start shaking for about another 30 minutes. and then we'll see when my head's hung over the side of the boat and I'm throwing up.
With the weather that we had today, it's going to be close. I'm proud of going back to the scales with what we have, without a doubt. We did good. I'm proud of that no matter what. No matter what.
Nick Georgopoulos, Brett Bettler, they didn't give up, and now they find themselves in a virtual tie. They have caught the guys who have wired this tournament up to now, Craig Johnson and John Oakes.
This is the worst part of the day when it's slow. Catching fish, it goes by quick.
I just wish we'd caught the right fish.
We could have the right fish. Don't say we don't have the right fish. Jinxing us already.
I didn't say we don't have the right fish.
You're always telling me to be positive. You're being negative here.
There's no negative waves in this boat, dude.
And our team of the year, Craig Johnson and John Oakes, may have just found the go-ahead fish.
Coming right to the boat. Oh, he just came.
And in the final moments of the Redfish Cup Championship, that fish right there, that one lost fish, could be worth $75,000.
It was a good fish. I mean, it could have made our one that's right at 6 pounds definitely, you know, a 6-pounder. Nothing we can do about it now.
Rookie team has never won the season-ending championship of the Redfish Cup. Could the thing have been blown wide open with that fish? I don't know. I don't want to be in that boat at this moment right now. Johnson and Oakes, though, they still got a chance. Their weight may hold up for the victory, the $75,000 to add to the $25,000 they got for Team of the Year. Or will it be the final flurry by Bettler and Georgopoulos for the come-from-behind win? We will tell all at the weigh-in next.
The Oh Boy Oberto Redfish Cup, presented by Frog Tongs, powered by Oh Boy Oberto Beef Jerky. Taste what's real. It better be Oberto. And brought to you by Lowrance Electronics. We lead, we find, you win. And by Falcon Rods, made in the USA and proven by America's fishermen.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you are here for a historical day. Without a doubt, the biggest payday in the history of the Redfish Cup. $75,000 payday.
First to bring him to the weigh-in stand, what a great tournament they've had. Sam Bertha Jr., Gary McKenzie, but only 8 pounds, .28. They'll take the hot seat as leaders for the time being. Next up, Ross Barkhurst, Lloyd Landry. A tough day for this pair. One good one, but one was all they could manage. 6.81. And it's going to be Bertha and McKenzie to retain the lead. Now we're going to see just how tight this contest is going to be. Our newly crowned Rookies of the Year for 2006, Brett Bettler, Nick Georgopoulos. The Florida pair has had a good day, all things considered. 2 fish.
11.97 pounds, Bettler, Georgopoulos.
Brett and Nick are going to take over the hot seat from Bertha and McKenzie. 2 more teams left to go in this weigh-in in the championship in Morehead City. Here they come, Andrew Bostic, Mark Seppi. Tough day for this pair. They can only manage the 2 small ones and a 6.77. Bettler and Georgiopolis know they've only got one more team to slip past in order to gain the season championship. Greg Johnson, John Oakes. It's going to be tight here today. They have done what they needed to do on this final day, put 2 solid fish in the boat.
$11.97 is leading right now. $11.98 to win. 11.18 pounds. Bettler, Georgiopolis, Redfish Cup champions.
That's the way to serve notice that you've arrived at the Oh Boy Oberto Redfish Cup. You work hard all season long, you get Rookie of the Year, you make it to the championship, and you put it away.
The race for the cup is over for 2006. Brett Bettler and Nick Georgiopolis are taking the cup home.
Brett and Nick are rookies come through. Let's hear it for those guys. Let's give it up for those 2 guys. They cinched Rookie of the Year on day 2 of this tournament and put the whole thing away, and nobody was picking these guys, including you and me, halfway through this final day. You talk about staying with it, staying in there.
Right, and one of the things that happened at this tournament, when they sealed the Rookie of the Year deal on day 2, a lot of their competitors were coming up and saying, man, you got to bring your A game next year. The very next day, they win the championship.
Oh,
that's huge.
That's serving notice. There may be some of the big stars yet to come, the Oh Boy Oberto Redfish Cup. Let's talk about the big stars from this year. The other ones, our team of the year, Johnson and Oakes. Man, could they have had it all if they'd gotten that last fish in the boat?
Well, definitely, but you got to look back on the season they had, okay? John Oakes, he's the guy that practices, he's the do-it-all man. He never fished for redfish outside of Florida. If you think about that, that is staggering to come into this circuit and dominate the way they have.
I want you to talk about the skill level overall, your first year of observing this Redfish Cup.
When I came into this, I thought, I'm going to have to see what's going on. This has been unbelievable. I mean, I'm not just blowing smoke here. It's been one of the greatest things I've done.
Well, guess what? Our season is not over yet. Coming up next, something we've never done before, the very first Oh Boy Oberto Redfish Cup All-Star event, the top 25 teams based on points over the last 3 years. So really, the long-term good guys, plus we're throwing in our Anglers of the Year from the past 3 years, plus our Rookies of the Year. So that means Nick and Brett are going to be in this one as well.
Right, and the thing you always hear in professional fishing is guys want smaller fields with bigger payouts. That's what we have here. And you kind of think we're going to be in the Gulf, we're going to be in Alabama.
Sure.
We're going to have some nice weather. Tommy, it's a 5-gallon bucket and not so much here.
Not necessarily good weather, and being in Alabama, always the threat of somebody, maybe multiple somebodies, going all the way down to Louisiana, taking that immense trip down there, fraught with danger, to try to bring back a big sack of redfish. That makes for a good tournament.
I'm going to definitely stay on the bank during this one.
Okay, we'll see you then for the All-Star event.
Woo! Come on. Yeah, brother. There's one. Yes, baby.
This has been a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.
The race for the cup is over for 2006. Brett Bettler and Nick Georgiopolis are taking the cup home.